Saleem ready na बारे में post कर बोले.
Is Chine boning from Beirut?
La reine du bal de Kourou de l'ère post-Chambon.
Suntem Lisboboc post-decarbonificare.
Wij rijden achter Steenkool, balkoningen.
เราคือราชินีนางพรหมหลังเวลาป่าหิน
Wij rijden achter Steenkool, koningin van de bal.
Wir sind im Nachbergbau-Zeitalter, Abschlussball Königin.
Wij zijn achter steenkolen, koningin van de wal.
We are Post Coal Prom Queen.
We are Post Coal Prom Queen.
We've been working with the Hidden Door Festival to bring you the Utopia project.
You just heard a couple of our songs from our new EP, and you can get a copy of the EP for free if you buy a Hidden Door Festival ticket from the festival in September. Also, just to celebrate this special event, we have released our EP on Bandcamp one day early, so you can get a digital download on there.
It's also available on CD if you want a physical format. You'll be hearing more from us a little bit later, but right now we are delighted to introduce our friends in Tokyo, Macaroom. They've recorded a very special live set for us, and this is their UK live premiere.
Macaroom was founded by vocalist Emaru and composer Asahi. They are often joined on stage by Bob, who's a sound designer, and by Minami, who does kung fu.
They've got 3 incredible albums that you can find online. They're called Swimming Classroom, Home Phone TE, and Room 103. And right now, this song is called Kingdom, and we hope you enjoy it.
やりますか？
はい。
はい、スコットランド。
イエーイ。
We are in Japan. We are Macaroom.
こんにちは。私たちはマカルームです。今日は、日本から、お送りします。1曲目はキングダムです。悲しい
And in fact, when Utopia, Thomas More's book, came out, a 300 years later, a guy came along with a response to it called Erewhon, which is an anagram of nowhere, because he was kind of saying it just can't exist. It's a fantasy. Because human beings are flawed animals. We are not gods, and we are not angels. So there cannot be a time when we will have a utopia. There cannot be a time when human nature will have changed out of all recognition, and we'll all be law-abiding goody two-shoes who all feel the same as everybody else. You can't have a utopia unless everybody feels exactly the same as everybody else, because difference has to be washed away. You can't have differences. So no. So good luck with your project, and I'll go back to thinking and writing about dystopias, which is where we live. Hell is other people, as we know.
You just heard Kingdom by Macaroom, and that is on their album Home Phone TE.
Now we are delighted to present Mio Shudo, who is an exhibited artist, talented musician, international storyteller, and expert in knowledge of Japanese culture, including being a master of the Japanese tea ceremony. Can we welcome Mio to the show?
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Mio.
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thanks for joining us. We're delighted to have you. We understand you will be telling us an original story and giving us a hot performance. But first, can you tell us the importance of the tea ceremony in Japanese culture and how that ties in with the story you're going to tell us?
Yes, sure. So I see the world of utopia in Japanese Zen tea ceremony. And that's what I would like to share with you. Heart of the art of tea is that unforgettable hospitality and to serve a cup of peace. And we have a concept called Ichigo Ichie, which means one meeting, one chance. So precious moment, now and never again. So Golden Lily, this is our time together. Very precious, and I hope we have a great time together.
Us too.
Yeah, that's a very utopian idea of just like really precious moments that are harmonious and full of tranquility. I'd like you to tell us, what are the 4 philosophical elements of the tea ceremony?
Yes, so that is harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Wakei sei jaku in Japanese. Harmony with your surroundings at universal level, respect for one another and nature, and purity, purifying the utensil of tea and also your heart and your mind. And jaku is the tranquility, peace in now.
That sounds perfect. I'd love it if you could now share with us your story and for our audience as well. Okay. Over to you.
Thank you. So this is a story about tea. Long, long ago, there was a master called Rikyu, and he had many apprentices. One of them was called Chikuan. Chikuan means bamboo hut. And he invited Master Rikyu and his friends to the tea party. And this was the first tea party he has ever planned to do. So Rikyu, the master, was delighted and very happy. Nobody had ever invited me for a tea ceremony before. So he went to Chikuan, bamboo hut's tea room with his apprentices. One after another, they bowed to get inside the tea room. Well, in the tea room, there's a small door that this Master Rikyu made from 16th century. And this means that even elite come inside the tea room, bowing, removing their weapons outside, leaving their hierarchy outside of the tea room. So inside the tea room, we are absolutely equal as human beings. So then in the tea room, Chiku and the bamboo hat started making tea. He was a little nervous because this was his first tea ceremony. He was overexcited, so his hand was shaking. And he dropped the bamboo teaspoon. Oops! Seeing this, his friends spotted it and giggled. Chiku dropped the teaspoon. However, the master tea remains a silence. Next, Chiku lifted up the heavy iron pot and he poured the hot water into the tea bowl, but he missed it. Oops! The hot water spilled on the tatami mat. It's a grass mat. Seeing this, his friend giggled. Except the master Rikyu remains a silence. And the ceremony continued. Chikuan picked up the container of tea, the powder green tea, and he opened the lid, but he couldn't resist. The biggest sneeze came out. Action!
Twist.
As you can imagine, the tea powder went all over. They were covered with green tea powder. And they all giggled. Chikuan had the biggest sneeze. But the master Rikyu remains a silence. And then they had a great time together. In the end, Master Rikyu bowed very deeply and said to Chikuan the bamboo hat, "Thank you so much for today's tea ceremony. You are the best tea man in the whole country," said the Rikyu the master. Hearing this, Chikuan's friend jumped. What? Our master is telling a lie. Why is that? Chikuan dropped the teaspoon and he spilled the hot water onto tatami mat. And not only that, he had the biggest sneeze. Look at us, we are all covered, green. And then they said goodbye to each other on the way back home. One of their apprentices asked the Rikyu, Master, why did you say such a things? Why did you lie, saying that Chikuan is the best tea man in the whole country? He dropped the teaspoon and he spilled the hot water, and then he had the biggest sneeze. And then the master Rikyu said, and this is 400 years ago, "Now what do you think?" Rikyu said, "The most important thing in the tea ceremony is..." So I would like to hear your answer. I think those will be all true. But at that time, Rikyu said, "The most important thing in the Japanese tea ceremony is just simply make a cup of tea from your heart to your friends, to your families, and to the people who you meet for the first time. And then everything else, the manner of tea, and all the rules, all the practice will follow next." So in Japan, we have a proverb called "one man can move the millions and billions heart. And I think this is you. Maybe you can make this world better to bring our utopia to this reality. So next, I'd like to perform a song that I composed, and I hope you enjoy that. It's called Calling the Muse, and I'm nearly thinking of changing that to Utopia. This instrument is called clarsach. It's a Scottish word for Celtic harp. Okay.
That was beautiful, thank you.
Just so stunning.
Yeah. I'd like to say about your story as well. I think the message in that is really important. Like, even if you make mistakes, it's like the core heart of the task that is the most important thing, and the purpose of the task. And I think as musicians, we need to remember that as well, because when we play gigs, we do make mistakes, and yes. But the most important thing is that we are there trying to make some music for people to enjoy, and it might not be perfect all the time, but the heart in it is the most important thing.
Yes.
So about your song, what inspired the song that you have written here?
Yes, so once I had a story about this ancient Greek, and they used to offer their music calling upon the muse. So I got very inspired by that story, and this music just came through.
Yeah, I always see the harp as quite a utopian instrument because it sounds so beautiful, and also in like classical paintings you see pictures of like angels holding harps. So it's the instrument that's held in like a utopic heavenly environment. So I have that association. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for performing on the show with us. And do you have anything you would like to tell our audience about where they can find you online?
Yes, sure. Thank you. So my website is www.mioshudo.com, and my Facebook and Instagram is Mio Shudo. Thank you. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful to have you here with us. Thank you.
Arigato.
We're now going to hear a short clip of Amna Saleem's Utopia interview that will be available in full on Saturday.
Pop culture is more powerful than politics, because it is pop culture that is going to move things forward, and then politics catches up. So for instance, in the US, when they were trying to decide whether gay people could get married, which is crazy that was even like a vote or like a law that had to be passed. Like, again, the world is weird, but that, I would say, was more influenced by pop culture and that world. It was then that pushed politics forward. So I think people watch things and they think that it's very, very dismissive sometimes about writers and creatives and stuff like that, but they do not know how powerful it can be in an effort to change the world, just like little typewriter by typewriter. I don't even typewriter, laptop. Keyboard is the word I'm looking for. Because we try and reflect the world we see, and then, like you guys say, we try and put the utopian spin on it, but sometimes put the dystopian spin on it, but that's fine. But we also try and like push things forward so that that's the new norm.
Hi, we're back, and next we have a couple more songs from us. The first song is Faraday Cage for One, which is on our EP, which is now available on Bandcamp, early in celebration of this stream. And the second song...
Actually, the song that's coming up right now is Fractal Pins.
I got them the wrong way around.
It's quite right. Okay. This is what happens when you do not rehearse the live aspects of your shows.
We had note cards.
We've got so many note cards.
I lost the one for this section.
Yeah, the one that we needed. So anyway, the next song you're about to hear is called Fractal Pins, and that's a brand new song. It's never been heard anywhere before, and we really hope you enjoy it.
superheroes is all about courage to do something that you feel like you're afraid to do. For example, if I was struggling with a science project that I feel like I'm excited, I'm very scared to try this experiment before I can figure out how the lamp works. Having that courage to be able to push something through is what it means to be a superhero in real life. And the best movie that actually highlighted that was Kick-Ass, which I really liked. The superhero, one of the superhero like captain was like, a superhero is not about having powers and fighting the bad guys, having the courage to take on something that's really challenging that helps the best human race. For me, I can talk about like real life superheroes. That's like my mom. She's such a strong woman. She's gone through a lot to make her kids be in places that they are. That's courage.
We like to thank the fabulous band in Scotland, Post Coal Prom Queen, and we've released 2 songs with PCPQ. And next song is called Zo. It means elephant in Japanese. We will show you the different version of the song. Zo.
Zo. Thank you.
And 何を言いましょ
次の曲は
う。The next song is called、
香港。
紹介する？紹介しなくていい？
どうしましょう。紹介しますか。
いいよ。
次の曲はみーくんみなみが登場しました。
みなみ on Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And Emaru on vocals.
はい。
はい。
Bob.
Laptop.
And 朝日。はい。We are Macaroom. よろしくお願いします。じゃあ行きましょうか。
The next is last song. So, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
you so much. We are Macaroom.
Macaroom. Hey. Sayonara.
Please check our YouTube channel.
Please check your channel. Our channel.
And we were thinking about like virtual reality and how that's going to get much better and much more immersive, to the point where like you might decide to just travel the world via VR because it's a lot less hassle than having to like buy a ticket to Paris and like fly the plane and take the taxi from the airport and pay for the hotel. And so it might be easier to just instantly be able to camp in the Amazon rainforest for a week and not get bitten to death by mosquitoes. I would probably sooner do that. Like, it could foster a lot of empathy if you could be like, okay, what is it like for someone in a really, you know, still developing country that's, you know, really challenging? What does it actually look like to live in their village? And maybe that would help, you know, inspire people to actually do good and help them continue developing, or things like that. I guess there's still the danger that if you're putting kind of a filter on, say, Paris, like we're putting filters on our faces on selfies and stuff, then maybe that's also a problem. But I think on the whole, it could do a lot of really interesting things.
We hope you've enjoyed the Utopia project.
We hope you've enjoyed our music and Mio Shudo's stories and her beautiful harp playing and Macaroom's wonderful set. We just hope you've enjoyed all of it. And just as a reminder, our new EP, the PCPQ EP, is out right now on Bandcamp. You can go and get the digital download, or you can buy the CD right now, and tomorrow it will be out on all your favorite streaming faceless monoliths. And you get a free copy if you buy a Hidden Door ticket. So, you know.
Yeah, Hidden Door tickets are on sale now for the festival in September. And the first 150 people that buy a Hidden Door ticket will get a free EP from us.
And you saw clips of all the interviews that we conducted for the Utopia project. We'd like to thank Ian Rankin, Laura Lamb, and Etienne Kubwabo for their time. You can watch all of their interviews right now on YouTube. And on Saturday, we'll be releasing the final one, which was with Amna Saleem, who you saw at the top of the show.
You can also see this whole stream again after the show. It will be up on YouTube for you to watch whenever you want.
And most importantly, we really want to thank Hidden Door for everything they've done for us, because this has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's been mad, and building sets out of cardboard and projecting all over them. And I climbed a ladder, like for the first time in ever.
It was scary.
I climbed. I hated it. Hated every second of it. But I loved every second of the Hidden Door project. So we cannot thank them enough. They've been wonderful, and we really appreciate everything they've done for us. So now we're going to close the show.
Yeah,
sadly.
we've got one last song.
This is a song right now. We're still writing it, but it's nice and it's loud and it's noisy. And we really hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. And cheers to everybody who's out there on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, watching it now or watching it a million years in the future. Cheers. We've been Post Coal Prom Queen.
Cheers. Bye.